This is the Guiro, G-U-I-R-O, not G-U-I-D-O, as I hear many people mispronounce the name of this instrument. Specifically, this is called Guiro Macho by the old school Cubans back in the day. Why? Well, because it simply looks like a male phallus, man. That's the reality of it. But this instrument is very, very important to the history of Cuban music and to el amarre, the tightening, the groove Cuban music exudes when it's played well by any orchestra. It's a humble instrument. It just grows on a vine. And you cut off the top, cut ridges into it, notches, and with a stick, you have an instrument of percussion. It's one of the last remnants that we have left of Amerindian tradition in the Caribbean. As you can see, this instrument is made out of fiberglass. This is a modern invention done by one of the companies that endorse Latin percussion. Very innovative. It's very close to the sound of a natural Güiro, but the advantage of this is that it's unbreakable. Many times on gigs, you'll put the Güiro on a chair or something, and all of a sudden you hear a crunch because somebody has sat on it or stepped on it on the floor, etc. Now, there are various patterns that you could play on the Güiro. I'm going to give you two basic patterns. This first pattern is clave neutral. It goes on either side of the clave. You notice I have my forefinger on the shaft of the stick. That extends the tendons and muscles and gives you a more relaxed feel, and you can get accents, etc. For every downstroke, I do an opposite upstroke with the Güiro in the opposite hand. Okay? So there's 4 strokes here. 1 and then 2 and. Together and separated. Okay? So at a basic tempo of cha-cha-cha, 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter what the clave is, say it's 3-2. Or 2-3. Since this pattern is neutral, it'll fit both sides. Now, when you're doing up-tempo music, you can, if you got the chops, you can play this, like say in 2-3. But many times what we play is what's known as machete en Güiro, literally a machete cutting through the Güiro, okay? And that's just a 1-bar pattern. The stroke pattern is down, up, down, okay? So listen to the change in feel with the machete en Güiro. I'll switch from the son clave to the rumba clave when I go to the machete pattern. First the son clave in 2-3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see how with the machete pattern, it gives you like a half-time feel instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Now I'm going to give you a 2-bar pattern that you can use to outline the clave with the machete in Güiro style. So, for example, instead of playing this, which is neutral, right? You can do this if it's 2-3 clave. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down. Up, down, 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 up, down. If it was 3-2, you just start on the second bar. Down, up, 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 down. Now these patterns, these machete patterns, you normally would use them at up tempos, and also when the band is playing instead of mambo or guaracha, one of the rumba styles, guaguancó, yambú, or Colombia. So we hope this helps you out. There are many more patterns, but these three basic patterns, actually two, the neutral pattern for song and cha-cha-cha, guaracha, etc., and the machete pattern with its two variations will get you started on your way in utilizing this instrument in an authentic way. Don't take these instruments lightly. They require a lot of practice, like any other instrument. When they're played well, they make a big difference, believe me, in the swing of any orchestra. For Jazz at Lincoln Center, this is Bobby Sanabria. I hope you had a good time. We'll see you sooner than later.